Czechia is about ready to score on Canada again. Oh.
Yeah, Celebrini with an interference penalty, I think.
Oh. Nekas, Nichas, Necas. Man, he's good. Oh, look at that! Oh. Czechia, what are you doing? Take the lead on this Bennington.
Wide open net.
Backus put us on the tell.
Cervenka, come on.
Cervenka. Cervici. Haas and Pepper Incorporated. We're going to do it.
Well, you got to expect more from the C there. You give him
like
an open
noon to
net
3
on the backside right there. Finish him off.
Sounded like noon to 3.
Stop!
I have some NFL scouting combine off-the-cuff related trivia for you.
Ooh.
Yours truly flies to Indianapolis next Monday. And much to the chagrin of a handful of you, I am coming back.
I always love that one.
Let's begin here. All right.
Okay. Let me see here. There.
Position group breakdown. All right. Position group breakdown.
Yeah.
Over or under the quarterbacks at the NFL Scouting Combine. Over under is 15.5.
Ooh, 15.5? Well, based on the list that I've seen, it sounds like a light number. I will go under. Am I correct? Stop!
It's 16.
Oh, come on.
One more than last year. There are 21 running backs this year, 31 last year. Damn, just 21 running backs at the Combine? With the Combine this year, they're down 10 players. So, like, last year they had, 329. This year they got 319. Charge claims he has a nugget on all of them.
I always love that one.
He's watched a YouTube video on all the ones that Matt Miller has talked about.
They don't call them wide receivers at the Combine. They call them wide outs. 48 last year, 46 this year. Last year, one of the better tight end drafts in the last 20 years of the NFL, 21 of them. So good, they have 6 more this year, 27 tight ends. 56 offensive linemen, 73 defensive linemen last year, just 63 this year. Linebackers, 29. DBs, 54 this year, 56 last year. Kickers, 7 this year, and 6 last year.
I was talking about it on Monday. Have you ever watched an on-field drill? Because, all the combines that we went to, we spend a fair amount of time together. I've never watched an on-field drill there.
Well, I haven't either on field, but when we were at Lucas Oil in the concourse,
oh yeah,
I erroneously followed Matt Khalil into a private area and had to do a 440 to get away from security.
I always love that.
Or was that Gil Brandt? May God rest his soul.
Oh, how good is
so that
Gil
was
Brandt?
in arena display.
Okay, fair enough.
Of alacrity and speed and precision and tenacity. All right. If you get this, man, if you get this one, like when I saw this, when I researched this and it revealed itself,
yeah,
I was moderately surprised. But then again, I don't follow college football certainly as closely as you or many listening right now. Most players invited by school to the 2026 NFL Combine.
Ooh.
Young man.
Yes.
Would you like to, and I'm going to give it to you in a box.
Okay.
Hold up. Rephrase that.
Yeah, I understand.
You're going to be able to group or commingle or box up either the pentafecta would be top 5.
Yep.
Superfecta top 4. Trifecta top 3. Exacta top 2. Or if you can just identify which program has the most players invited to the 2026 NFL Combine, well, that'll just be a win bet.
Are you giving me the school names?
I will after. No, you got to guess them.
Okay,
but we got some obvious ones in here.
Yeah,
so which mythical wager would you like to make?
Okay, let me put a mythical $100.
No, forget the amount. Do you want to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
I think I can. I feel like I'm just going to say 5 deep.
Oh wow, the pentafecta.
Let's try it here.
All right. Well, see, you got lucky by guessing the pentafecta. Not that luck exists, but nevertheless, you were fortunate because there are 2 tied for third with the amount of players.
Yeah.
And 3 tied for fourth. So technically, you're boxing up 5, but you're getting 7.
I get 7 options.
Okay. And then, so what schools would you like to use?
All right, I'm going to use Ohio State.
Okay.
I'm going to use, why am I thinking? Oklahoma.
Okay.
Texas.
Okay.
Georgia.
Okay.
Miami.
The Canes?
Yes.
Not Miami of Ohio.
No, that's
I always
correct.
love that
Oxford, Ohio's finest.
Well, the good news is you're an elite college football mind. The bad news is you missed. I mean, is this analogous to when you're in Shakopee and you got 5 to close a pick 5 and there are 6 in the race and you just miss it with the one you don't have by a nose? Because you nailed 4 of the 5.
Tell me that I didn't nail the one with the most players.
Okay. No, here's the deal. Now, which school do you think had the most players invited to the 2026 NFL Combine? And here's your baby hint. It's the verbal version of Daily Racing Form. The school is not one you mentioned in the 5 you mentioned. Well, it's crazy. I mean, I looked at this and I knew they were good last year, but I'm like, damn, they got the most players there?
Why am I? Why would I not have said Oregon? Is Oregon that team?
Oregon not in top 7.
Not in top 7.
Okay, so you hit Ohio State.
Yes.
Tied for the third most with 11. You hit Oklahoma, which is tied for...
Fourth, you said?
Tied for fourth with Georgia and the Canes.
And the Canes.
Where you missed was Texas. You missed with Officer Geis's horns.
Oh.
So that's how you missed the Pentafecta. But that doesn't mean you have the wrong state for top billing.
Ooh, okay. So that would be...
Now.
It's probably A&M.
Texas A&M has 13 players invited to the 2026 NFL Combine.
I don't have that list in front of me, too.
Bama has 12, second most. You kept them out of the Pentafecta because you go against favorites. That's how you're raised.
That's what we do.
And you almost nailed that thing, except the horns screwed you.
Yeah, the horns messed me up, as they've been doing to Texas fans for a number of years, I believe.
Czechia is leading 2-1 over Canada nearing the end of the first period.
And they got the power play.
Again. Czechia had to have been plus 1,000 minimum in this game, right?
Well, I heard a line maybe on my way to work. I think Corey mentioned to them that I think Canada was a legit minus 1,000 on the money line. So I don't know what are you getting, maybe 3 or could you get 3-1, 4-1, 5-1 on Czechia upsetting?
Do me a favor?
Yes. I'm going to look it up right now.
Are you in favor doing mode?
I can do favors.
Can you cold call Senor Spotty right now?
Oh.
Just real quick, just tell him 2 minutes. We ain't going to take away too much from Brooks and Fenway. But I got a couple of questions for him. Forgot to text him coming back from Charleston, South Carolina.
That's why there's a handful of numbers that I have remembered over the course of time.
Really?
Memorized.
Yeah, just quickly.
Senior Spotty's one of them.
Bro, you got page 1 of the button bar handled in like 2 seconds. It was unbelievable. Unless it was from last week and it was double B.
KG.
Hey. Brooks, Fenway, Scotty Scheffler. Be there real quick. Just a quick call there, Spotty.
Yeah, he's not.
Real quick call, Spotty.
How many rings before the voicemail, KG? Come on.
Holy Family girls hockey coach Randy Keppel joins 9 to noon tomorrow at about 11:05 with Olivia King. Courtesy of Metropolitan Ford, metropolitanford.com. Spotty, just needed you for a second.
I'm gonna text him.
Well, it was an odds-related bit. You can find it, I'm sure. You know all the right spots to go to.
Let me see here.
I'm saying Canada against Czechia had to be minus 1,600 minimum, meaning you got to put up 1,600. All the Canadians got to do is win. Don't got to win by a goal and a half, 2.5, 3.5, or 4.5. You put up your hard-earned $1,600, and if Canada wins, you win $100, but you get all your 16 back. I mean, that would be a massive, massive, massive favorite in some peril now, because what Backus told us about Bennington is bearing its fruit.
Oh, come on.
20 seconds to go in the first period. Even strength. Canada penetrates. Oh! McDavid offside. And now the high-enders are beginning to grip.
So USA Today, this is from yesterday, and I don't know where so I don't have where it closed, unless Scores and Odds wants to finally load. But
shouldn't USA Today kill everything in its archives because it's not USA Yesterday?
I always love that one.
Canada minus 1,600.
Oh, 16 it was.
Czechia plus 720.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, what a terrible split that is.
And if you wanted to do the puck line,
yeah,
you know Micheletti loves the puck line.
Yeah, you got to. If you're going to do the puck line in a game with a line like that, you got to be given $2.5.
3.5 pucks.
3.5
at plus 115. Canada minus 3.5.
All right, so end of the first period. Wow. Czechia leads Canada 2-1.
Paul Bennington.
Would you take Czechia plus 4.5 or Canada minus 4?
4.5, super heavy. Because I'd go plus 4.5 all day.
They can score goals like every 30 seconds. I saw it the other day when they scored 10.
Yeah, but that means that they gotta shut out Czechia the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And they got to put 6 in the net.
So you'd be up 6.5 to 1 right now with 2 periods to go.
That is correct.
At about plus 115.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, I'd take that in a second.
Holy cow! What's happening to Bennington? I mean, David Backus put us on the elite takes of all elite takes ever to be elite.
Why don't you give me half the money you were going to bet?
I don't know.
And we'll go out back. I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Who else? I'm gonna search this as I look this up. Canada hockey roster here.
What you got?
Well, who are the other goaltenders? Because Bennington. I don't have a strong opinion on Bennington.
Yeah,
but they've just been. I just hear him consistently being crushed. I heard this conversation during the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
feels like Marc-Andre Fleury and Ken Dryden.
Well, no offense to the other two, but you kind of, it's going down. I'm Darcy Kemper, da, 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 and Logan Thompson of the Caps. So, but they're just crushing Bennington, but he's the best option. Clearly.
Bennington is a Stanley Cup Award winner, correct?
He would have been with the Blues, yeah.
Okay. Darcy Kemper. He won a Stanley Cup also, didn't he?
Mile High.
Oh, it was Mile High, not the Kings. Oh, that's right. Thompson.
But he was with the Kings.
Nobody
cares. With the Kings now.
Logan Thompson, nobody cares. So, wow.
He won a cup with the Golden Knights in 23.
Who did?
Logan Thompson.
They got 3 goalies who all have won cups?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, and they used the wrong one.
And they're just crushing Bennington. They hate the guy, and he's starting these games, and it looks like he's starting them for a reason. Absolutely.
College football playoff national champions. Who just won the national championship? IU, that's right, Indiana. Most players invited to the NFL Combine from the college football playoff national champion. So it is since 2018. So the year McCarthy and Blake Corum and the rest of the Cats came into the NFL, the Michigan Wolverines, they had 18 players invited to the Scouting Combine 2024. That's the most since 2018. 2020 LSU, 16. Wow. What's noteworthy about 2019 LSU?
Well, that'd be the trifecta of our guy, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. Pretty nice cat squad.
That's what this team is all about, defense and working hard.
2025 Ohio State, 14. 2022 Georgia, 14. Ooh. Lewis Seen, though.
Get it in here. I got one thing to say. This is when the big dogs come out. Okay? Can't roll the big dogs. Stay on the board.
Nice squad, Hoosiers. Nice squad, Zach Royce. Sinning. The 2026 national champion Indiana Hoosiers, they have 9 players. 9 players invited. 9? Yeah, 9 invited to the Scouting Combine.
What you just said.
That's the fewest since 2018. Just 9 players
for a national champion.
Yeah. How many players from that championship squad outside of the quarterback top?
Don't hit me with that. I have no idea.
Outside of the quarterback.
I always love that.
No
one.
clue.
Well, there's Jordan Howard, Antoine Randall L., that terrible offensive lineman the Packers had for a little bit, last name Springs maybe, and Fandini. Dan
Feeney, yeah.
So that's really that's it. That's where I am with the combine.
So that's
so
the
far.
combine.
Isn't that exciting?
It is exciting.
With the NFL scouting combine,
walking talks though,
perhaps, but this is important. We've been joking around a lot, but this is important. If you are a fan of the Minnesota Vikings, and here's why. Combine radio with me and Bursich from Indianapolis next Tuesday and Wednesday. All right. That is the only place you will hear Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell and acting general manager Rob Brzezinski from Indianapolis 9 to noon. I don't believe those two are going to be speaking from the podium, but I'm not completely sure. So 9 to noon potentially is the only spot to hear the head coach and the acting general manager, probably next Tuesday from the combine. Now, FINA, Fairness and 9 to Noon Act, there cannot be any Kirk Cousins questions for the head coach or the general manager.
They can't comment on that.
Because Cousins is under contract with another team. So before you opt for your age of rage takes, do know talking about players for other teams leads to fines that cost teams hundreds of thousands and draft picks. So prepare to put a muzzle on those nameless, faceless fingertips, okay? That's going to be next week. KO and Brzezinski potentially only with 9 to noon.
Why don't you ask, but if someone's a free agent, you can ask him about them, right? So, I mean, you could ask him about Tyreek Hill.
But they're not.
What do you think about Cheetah?
That player was released.
Yes.
Yes.
And he's open for business.
So, like Domio Robs, I think he'll be an unrestricted free agent.
Yes, he would be.
But not until the league year starts.
Correct.
Domio Robs, your thoughts? Can't do it. Why didn't you ask about Malik Willis? Really? Like, I want to have more 40-minute phone conversations with people over there? Are you kidding me?
No, thank you.
No chance.
No chance.
All right, Bob Motzko, coach of the Golden Gophers hockey team, joins us next. Bob Motzko is Golden Gophers hockey coach, joins 9 to noon every so often. Coach, Paul Allen, how you been?
PA, we've had better seasons, I can tell you that.
Well, we're in lockstep.
Yeah, we're going through it, but our guys are battling. I know we'll get into it, but all good. Fun week with the Olympics going on right now. Canada's down 2-1 after one.
Yeah.
The women going for gold tomorrow, and the men this afternoon.
How do you run into Frosty much? And if so, do you guys ever talk about Abby Murphy?
Oh my gosh, is she a player? We flew with the women's team this last week because they dropped us off in Notre Dame, and then they went on to Ohio State. But Abby's just a stud, and she is a throwback, old school, tough, hard nose with skill. She's one of my favorite players, and she's just been fantastic in the Olympics. Along with Taylor Heisey and Zemwinkle, we got some Gophers that are doing a great job with that women's team, and they are fun to watch.
Yeah, they meet Canada tomorrow for the gold. The Team USA heavily favored, as Coach Motzko just mentioned. End of one period, Czechia 2, and Macklin Celebrini's team won. What do you think of the Olympic hockey so far, just overall?
It's been great. It's something you look forward to. Now it has been a while since with everything that's gone on since they've got this field back together again. Of course, we're all following the U.S. program, and they got a tough draw with Sweden, and Sweden kind of lost 2 games in the preliminary round, and Markstrom found his way in a big win the other night. So that's a tough quarterfinal game.
Bob Motzko, coach of the Golden Gophers hockey team, 9 to noon. You've coached so many great players over the years. All right. Now, Faber and Jackson Lacombe are in the Milan games right now, and guys like Logan Cooley and Matty Nyes are on the cusp of that honor. Is it like a proud surrogate dad watching these high enders succeed?
Well, yeah, I would. Yes, it's fun to see the success those guys are having and what they're going through in their career, and then of course Faber gets traded to the Wild, so it just keeps living itself. I mean, the legacy now with Fabes, and it's just awesome. And you're right, Nyes and Cooley. Cooley got injured, and he's just coming back. I think he'll be back now after the Olympics. Otherwise, he was on a short list maybe to make the team. And Lacombe just fantastic what he's doing too right now, and so proud that he was added to the team.
Hey, Bob, Jordan Leopold is in here about 25 minutes from now. What was it like coaching Leo during, when he won the Hobie and during those title winning years?
Well, let me tell you, a great example of what's happened in college hockey is now I jumped on the train at the right time when I got to Minnesota at that time. And Jordan made the decision to come back a senior year. And then, of course, wins the Hobie, and he and Paul was a junior. Ballard was a sophomore, the great D-core. But Jordan just, like the leader, Johnny Pohl was on that team, a senior again, 200-point, player in his career. When you got to live that. It was a different era of college back then. It was just after that where we started losing guys early to the NHL. But if those guys leave, we don't get to experience that. And I can't say enough about Jordan leadership and his heart's still in the program. All those guys still, they're proud alum. They're around all the time, supportive in everything that we do. The most important is great people.
Leo and Brock Faber, old school and new school. What's different yet like the same with the way those guys approached the game or played for the Maroon and Gold and subsequently the NHL?
Boy, I mean, Jordan had the terrific offense in college hockey where it was just crazy how many points he put up. And Faber is old school. Like Faber he's that linebacker that where he's the all pro linebacker, defensive player, a specialist. And it's one of the things that I've got to be very close with Bill Guerin. And when he signed, I remember telling Bill, I go, Bill, he's got an offensive side that he still hasn't hit yet because Brock was still a young player when he was here, 20 years old, turning 21. And he's starting to, even now as he's getting older, we're starting to see more offense out of Brock. And he's developing a better shot. I mean, he scored again the other night for the Olympic team. And he's still developing into an elite player on both offensive and defense. He's mastered the defensive side. And then since they picked up Hughes, it's really put things in it's kind of lined up that whole decor where the Wild really truly, the rumors they might be trying to find one more player, but they're an elite program right now.
Now with USA Sweden 2:10 Central today, it's a lose and fly home against Sweden for USA or Sweden. You're an elite hockey mind, Bob. What are some keys for the red, white, and blue to beat just an absolutely loaded Swedish team?
Well, it's an absolutely loaded U.S. team first and foremost. Yep. And I've lived it. I've lived both sides of it. This quarterfinal game, World Juniors, in 2017, we had Switzerland, like they had us late in the game, and Greenway was able to score. And it's the game that it's just a stone cruncher to fight through that game to get you into the semifinals and get you to the medal round. And you got to lay it on the line. But I just think USA is too strong, and I know that Sweden's got a great defensive core, but it can't match the U.S. You got to get through the first period, not chase the game, stay out of the penalty box, don't let their top players get out there. And of course, comes down to goaltending, and I just think the U.S. program this year is just too strong in too many areas. Well,
Bob coached U.S. World Juniors several times. What are some keys to getting high enders, even at that age? Well, what are some keys to getting high-enders to gel in a very short amount of time?
Well, what happens now with USA Hockey are and you hear it come out of the comments from the Olympic guys, is just they want to make that team. And I think it was one of the Canada guys in a comment I heard. He said, if they want me to fill water bottles, I'll fill water bottles. That's the key right there. Is you check your ego at the door, because not everybody can make the team and be maybe in an offensive role. You're going to have to take a secondary role. And most of these players are primary roles in their programs. And that is the power of USA Hockey right now. Our players, they would do anything to make the World Junior team. They'd do anything to be on the Olympic team. They're so proud just to be asked. They're going to take on the roles that are needed. And, of course, the general managers are adding certain players for those roles. But check your ego at the door, do whatever it takes. And I think that's what you see now. It's such a great part of the culture of USA Hockey and about playing for their country. And it's really in a great spot. And it's a testament to USA Hockey and the players that want to play for red, white, and blue. And you're going to watch it this afternoon for sure.
When you watch Quinn Hughes, what do you like? What do you see?
One of the most talented defensemen in the world, and how easy the game is for him. It looks like he's not even breaking a sweat when he plays, and his skating ability, how he can get himself out of trouble, and then how he can put himself into an offensive situation with the skating ability. And it's just effortless from an offensive standpoint, and how he can control a game. And all the comments that are coming out, he's having a blast. With the Wild, of course, it's always easy when you're winning, but just positive comments that keep coming out, how much fun he's having, and then he's excelling at such a high level. And then I know he's paired with Brock a lot of times, and that's a pretty dynamic duo to put together on a decor.
All righty, to the lesson at hand. Locally, for Gophers hockey coach Bob Motzko, somebody I've known for multiple decades. Uncharacteristically rough season so far for you guys, I think is a fair way to put it. So the only way I look at it is might as well just go out and win the Big Ten tournament to get into the Frozen Four, right?
Well, why not? Let's go for it. I got to be cautious, but just what we were talking about, like you go back 4 years ago with us, Brock Faber walked in at the end of the season and comes in, I'm coming back my junior year. Lacombe goes, I'm coming back my senior year. And we had our guys come back, and we don't go touting that, but we were truly one of the best teams in the country. We had a fantastic run. We just got hit last year. Over 200 points walked out our door, and that's not seniors.
Yep.
6 players sign on us. Now, coaches make an excuse. No, we're not. It just happened. We knew we were losing Snuggerud for sure, and we thought one more. We didn't think we'd lose all 6. So the bottom line now, we turn to a young roster. So there's the negative, but the positive is we have stayed so positive with this group, and like Luke Middlestat, Cal Thomas, Brody Lamb, John Middlestat, Jimmy Clark, that's our upperclassmen, and they're playing so well for us, and being just terrific leaders. And then we're letting this young group. We got to keep throwing the young guys out over the boards. And as crazy as this sounds, this is Gopher hockey. If they're, this last weekend, we're 2-2, win the shootout. The next night we're 2-2, we give one up late. We're just having a hard time scoring that one more goal. And we're not talking a goal from 4 to 5 or 5 to 6. We're talking a goal from 1 to 2, 2 to 3 at certain times of the game. If we can find a way to score one more goal, and that's all we're continuing to push our guys, keep their confidence, find our offense. We have guys that are doing LJ Mooney, Zemer, for our young guys. Javon Moore is coming on like a gangbuster right now. I mean, we have 5 freshmen that are going to play in the National Hockey League.
Wow.
But they're just young. Like I can stamp that they got a really strong chance to be in the National Hockey League.
Yeah.
But that's what we're leaning on right now. Our guys' attitude has been good. We've been positive. I haven't been in a situation like this before, but all I can tell you is I'll keep saying it. I like our team. I don't like some of our Sundays, from a couple outcomes, but our guys have given it everything they have, and I'm proud of them for that. and we do believe we're going to turn a corner.
So
we're going to take it to the end.
So Bob, viewing it from afar, do you have a bunch of players in key roles that seem to be new to them? So, back to that gelling question, like finding cohesiveness, that can be challenging.
I don't think it's new to them because it's what they want, but it's finding the confidence.
Yeah.
And also like I want to fire the general manager of our team for scheduling. We've had the toughest schedule in the country, and that's me. I'm the GM that did it, and we just haven't had the group. We've had no 4-foot putts. We have had nothing but 40 and 50-foot putts every night that we go out. And sometimes guys have to get confidence. And we're finding, like Javon Moore right now, out of Minnetonka, who's a freshman, he is just starting to, like, bring people to the edge of their seats. Now, LJ's been doing it all year. Zemer's been doing it all year.
Yeah. But
he's finding that confidence. Mason Moe, probably coming off a couple of his best weeks right now. John Whipple's a sophomore, really second half coming on. And I can't tell you that's the one thing any coach is going to tell you when you're dealing with young guys is once they have confidence in not being nervous in their position, but confidence they're going to succeed, that's when the whole thing turns. And we got to keep installing that in this young group, and we find a way to score one more goal at a certain time in the game to take the lead, to tie a game up in the middle of it where we can stay in the fight. We're going to be in a pretty good spot.
All right, now 2 to go. Bob's squad is off this weekend. Then, holy cow, Michigan and Michigan State, what a gauntlet to finish. So, I don't know, maybe absence makes the heart grow fonder, and the boys come back bigger, badder, and madder than ever. What do you think of that?
Well, we never forget that we were part of the Big Ten championship a year ago, so we think we're still closer to that than where we sit. Believe it or not, that's where we believe.
Yes, sir.
So playing Michigan State, we're familiar with it. They're both having great seasons. It's a challenge. Like our guys aren't going to shy away from any challenge right now, and we're just going to keep plowing forward. And it's going to be an opportunity for us to get ourselves ready for the tournament. And we got a new format in our tournament this year, a one and done deal. And we got to go on a 1-game winning streak 3 times. And that's what our focus is going to be on.
Well, hey, lastly, with my guy, Oliver Moore. All right. So with the Blackhawks, 16 points in 45 games, about 13 minutes of ice time per game. And he just turned 21 a few weeks ago. You and I chatted a fair amount last year. Did Oliver leaving at age 20 kind of catch you off guard? And like, how is he doing with the Blackhawks?
Nothing today is going to catch us. Like, we don't know even at this time, like, if guys are signing. We're not having big meetings, and sometimes it's not until at the end of the season. I'm a firm believer that Logan Cooley, the only player here that I'll say that I thought was ready to go, like NHL, to go play heavy minutes as an underclassman was Matt Nyes. And he was physically a beast. Otherwise, it sure didn't hurt, Faber to stay. It didn't hurt Jordan Leopold to stay. It didn't hurt Paul Martin. And that is still you're talking that we had 6 guys sign National Hockey League contracts, and 4 of them are playing in the NHL right now.
Yeah.
Did it hurt them? No, it didn't hurt them. Would it have helped to stay? I think it would have. But there's nothing you can do about it. And it's something that I can't control. And Ollie gave us his heart, was a great player for us, and same with Renzel. It's just the nature of what's inside our business right now. It's been asked, there's a lot of changes with the transfer portal and major junior players. What still affects us the most are keeping the players in our program until it's time to go to the National Hockey League. And we were so fortunate 3 or 4 years ago, and last year just kind of took a different turn on us, and so now we just got to develop the next group of guys and keep it moving.
Last one, I promise. If you're a 2-1 underdog against Canada and you're Czechia and you're winning 2-1 with about 14 minutes to go in the second period, like as a coach, just quick twitch top of the head. Obviously, you're not on the bench. Do you just get super conservative and go dump and chase and just try to eat away at that clock I mean, what's the best approach?
No, you got to keep playing your style, and whatever you're geared to. Now, it might be a little different in the Olympics, but you play one way, you got to stay with it. You can't change. You got to play on your toes. You have to be aggressive. Mm-hmm. But there's a great example at 2-1. Czechia they just need one more goal. They got to find a way to score one more goal, and that's what Canada needs to do to get this thing tied up, and that's hockey.
Wow.
And that next goal is.
Are you watching?
The whole game turns.
Bob, are you watching?
I am not right now. I came in another room, but I was in there peeking at the end of the first.
Well, I mean, McDavid, I can't believe the Czechia goalie just stopped McDavid on this wraparound. So these Canadians, you're starting to see more urgency here. Fewer drop passes, fewer between the leg stuff, less of the showy type stuff, because they're sensing with the way Pasternak is playing and some others that, boys, we got a little problem here. We better get going.
Well, the real truth of it, and I can tell you this from being a part of USA Hockey, what's really changed is how good the other countries are now, all over the world, and Czechia is an excellent hockey playing country right now at all their levels, and it's not an easy out. I think there was a day when playing some of these countries was an easy out. Right now, there are so many countries that are striving in hockey. Finland and Sweden, of course, have always been strong, but it is a bear now. Not easy paths anymore.
Yeah, with Leo coming in here in about 15 minutes, I look back at the 2006 games in Turin, and USA finished 8th, Canada finished 7th, the Swedes won it, and I'm looking up and down the USA roster. You got Billy Guerin, you got Drury, Chelios, Madonna. I mean, they had a squad, finished 8th. Holy cow.
You can go back and look at a lot of World Junior teams too over the years. Their rosters years later just stud NHL players who didn't get through to a medal. And when you play like college, these are one and done tournaments now. You only advance if you win one. It's not like the NHL where it's best of 7. And anything can happen.
Hey, man, you're awesome. Enjoy a weekend off. Tear it up next weekend, and we'll call you close to the Big Ten tournament and try to root you on a little bit, okay?
Yep. Thanks, PA. Great to talk with you.
Likewise. See you, brother. Bob Motzko, meanwhile, from Milan.
How about that?
Okay, now, right before, it took me a little while to find this online.
Yeah.
But I found it, and off what we were talking about. And then, okay, 3-2. About 5 minutes ago, Sidney Crosby got double teamed on the half wall and left limping.
I love my country.
Yeah.
So there's that. Pasternak is a demon on skates, but
Looked like he just took a stick to the face too. He had a bloody mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
But into the second period. All right. So with 2 periods to go. It is Czechia. So I've managed to call this country 3 different names during the course of a week. It was Czechia, then it was Czechia, and now it's Czechia. So Motzko said it right. Czechia.
Yeah.
Czechia, Czechia, Czechia.
I just like to call them the Czechs.
Czechia, Czechia, Czechia.
Can't go wrong with that.
So Canada was you had to put up $1,600 of your dollars to win 100 just to win the game.
Yeah.
All right. Now, into the second period, just to win the game. No puck lines, nothing. Canada was minus 400, Czechia plus 275.
Yeah, into the second? Yeah.
Into the second period. Now, those live odds, but I mean, those are like real normal game odds, even if somebody's markedly better. The Canadians, into the second period, if you wanted to give a goal and a half, meaning they have to win by 2 or more, they were just minus 125. I mean,
they're still minus 320 right now.
Really?
Yeah. You can still get 2.5 to 1 on Czechia if you want them to win. That's FanDuel.
Well, yeah, that's where I found it. Those taking those bets on Canada are kind of like, kitty, kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty, kitty. Yeah, that's the line. Yeah, it looks that easy. Why don't you go ahead and triple your wager? Meanwhile, this goalie for Czechia I don't know who he is. He's an unstoppable force.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's the Ducks goalie. Lucas, it's either Dostal or Dostal.
Yeah. How about the way he shut down McDavid on that wraparound with his left skate when we were talking to Motzko?
And then he got to the other end of the pipe to take that shot from somebody, too, as well. So, no, he's playing unbelievable right now. And he's a 25-year-old.
Well done. Czechia 2, Canada 1. Middle of the quarterfinal game. USA and the Swedes 2-10 today. This is 9 to noon.
Welcome back. Time for a quick vibe. We all had that one teacher who believed in us, right? You can show your gratitude with Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate a public school teacher to win $5,000 for their classroom. This week, we want to give a shout out to Yvonne Lockmiller, who's been teaching for over 30 years. Nominate a teacher to thank today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers. News to Nord is brought to you by The Casino, not a casino, The Casino at Canterbury Park, CanterburyPark.com. And you can get all the feeling the felt related information, event stuff, live racing in the spring, CanterburyPark.com. How about the Gophers?
Here's Grove to Tyson on the wing left to Durkin. Off a screen, open three, bullseye. There's Big Bobby. Bobby buckets with his second three. The Gophers needed that. 42-36.
Indeed, that was Mike Grimm on the call. You're home for Gopher Sports, the fan. Gopher Hoops crushes Oregon 61-44. Now, in fairness, Oregon's having an awful season. So look at it how you will, but whether it's Bobby Durkin and Cade Tyson, four of the six, it's crazy what they're trying to get done right now with six guys logging minutes in a game, maybe seven at times, but only six finding their way to the court last night for Nico Medved's team. But they find their way to the winner's circle. They're 12-14. Oregon's hideous. I get it. But cool to see them win, certainly. And Nico's crew had lost two straight, so they find another win. It's Rutgers this weekend, and then next week they are at number 1 Michigan. Olympics news, as we're sitting here right now, I'm watching it, and I believe we just saw a game-tying goal from Canada.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is indeed 2-2.
Yeah.
I didn't see. Did you see who scored it?
No, but you didn't say welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, I needed an extra minute and a half there.
No, that's all good.
No, I didn't. 7:44 to go in the second. Game tied at 2. I do have some intel for you.
You didn't? Did you get our guest at the elevator?
Is he there?
Oh yeah. No,
I'll go get him.
No, that's okay. Perfect. So it is now 2-2 with 7.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Canada and Czechia all even at 2 apiece. 22-14 in shots, by the way. So Canada's had the advantage in chances. Now they finally buried their second one. Elsewhere in the Olympics, though, Norway's just crushing this thing. Norway, 32 medals, 15 of them gold. Italy, 25 total medals, 9 golds. USA, third, 24 medals, including 7 golds. And Michaela Schifrin just snagged gold in women's slalom earlier this morning. And I guess she was in a bit of a drought in terms of medals. So she handled business, found her way to gold. Congratulations to Michaela. Germany and Japan round out the top 5. And as we've been mentioning, we've been following it. We're live listening. We know Canada and Czechia right now. But the Americans and Sweden going after it this afternoon, 2 p.m. And that'll decide who goes to the semifinals in men's Olympic hockey. Women, certainly tomorrow, a chance to just absolutely throttle Canada. Get a gold. Parker Fox, Taylor Heisey, and everyone associated can party into the weekend over there in Milan. That's News to Nord, which is brought to you by Canterbury's Card Casino. And as you heard, Jordan Leopold, our next guest, he was at the elevator. Host went to get him. So we're going to pause, come back, and chat more hockey with Jordan Leopold in studio next. Final hour ahead of us, 9 to noon on the Fan.